Hello, Leo. Welcome to Who is Coming Towards You series. You are at Tarot Solar Sun Studio. I am Caro, and this is going to be the part two of a three-part video series. In part one, we have explored Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. So if you have a moon or rising also in one of those signs, you can also check that out. Also, as well as part three, which is containing uh, Sag, Cap, Aqua, and Pisces. So those will be in part three as well. Now it's your turn. Who is coming towards you for the rest of September? In this reading, I will decide on the decks depending on the theme which is emerging in the reading. So, yes, I will make a. I will begin from somewhere, but then the rest of the reading, as the energy reveals itself, will tell me what decks I will be using. So we are going with some thematic decks depending on the energy in your reading. And to start with, I'm going to now introduce you first who is coming towards you based on their zodiacal energy. Now, this zodiacal energy, I'm going to introduce you two signs. This does not necessarily mean these people are these signs, but it means actually they are going to display that zodiacal energy. For instance, I can pick Aquarius and Pisces. So this is the zodiacal energy they will display. They may not have any moon rising or sun sign uh, in Aquarius Pisces, but they may have a Pisces stellium, for instance, in their chart with different planets. So this person will display that energy, or not necessarily just simply energetically. So the first zodiacal association, they are going to display Taurus energy. Taurus energy here we are expecting to see, and we are expecting to see Capricorn energy in them. Uh, can you say? It's a very down to earth. It's a very down to earth um, display. Very practical and very real. So at least with the energy like that, you don't have to guess actually what they are really talking about. They have a particular charm as well. Okay, with that groundedness, this person. We have the sun energy here, so it's about actually demonstrating. If we need to find a keyword here, they will demonstrate. And there is also some kind of a cardinal fixed quality here. So it has a level of initiation, um, respect, values are very important for this person. Uh, and we have here, okay, so this person is actually okay. They have they have a tendency to, you know, develop faith, but in a fashion that, I mean, they really look for like familiar. So they will they will as they spot out what is like familiar with you, they have tendency to develop suddenly this big faith. So this may, for the relationship, for the connection, for a time that you're gonna share in a dialogue. uh, for you, this may feel a bit maybe like exaggerated, let's say. um, yeah, there can be some tendency in that manner. Plus, to this down to earth, you know, energy that you're gonna pick from them, that can be here something actually exotic about them, like otherworldly as well. So something may feel a bit mysterious. So there can be this, not necessarily they are actually creating this mystery, necessarily like, but there is this type of it is, let's say, natural, but at times this may put both of you in an uncomfortable position. They can be comfortable in that because that's a natural thing they display, but it may put you in uncomfortable position. There is a level of intuitive connection here, I have to say. Well, one person really wonders about other person's like deepest secrets, fantasies, dreams, visions, even traumatic experiences. Um, so, or the subconscious energy, you know, can be interesting. So we have the children energy associated with this person. They may have children, you may have children, or even if you don't, um, something that needs to be cared about and which must be a concern can also come to the forefront. But for some of you, this is about love lives also being affected due to the priorities of the children. It can be, there is also this type of tendency. Some Leos, like if you don't know this person before, like, let's say a person like you're gonna meet for the first time, they may have wanna acknowledge. This can be also one thing. Or this can be also you. You don't. Maybe you don't want to bring out the child thing, but I think here, things really need to be brought to light. I feel in this connection. There is like a large group of people, or we have the Ten of Pentacles energy, or group of community, or there is something common, like familiar, you will be connected through. Oh, we have the moon. Oh, Knight of Wands, one more card, and the Fool. Okay, some Leos are connected with this person from a place of familiarity or a common group, or like maybe your families know each other like from distance. But the thing that there is something what I get from this is like something like that, this familiarity or connection, the moment like you realize it, or the moment that we have the moon energy here, the moment that someone actually discovers that closeness or familiarity, they don't want to stay in this. Like Knight of Wands and the Fool is very much, to me, like a very unpredictable, very spontaneous, like checking out, like, or like this shocking expression as something unprecedented unpredictable is like revealed. One person will be oh yes, we have the reversed fish. This is about like a fish, swimming away, like trying to disappear. Oh, we have the gammat, we have the tataret. So this is our couple in the Desta cards. This couple, this lady actually likes to have a children, and usually depicts people with children, or a woman who would like to have a child, or let's say have parenting and mothership energy. But Gamhat energy, this is the prince in the deck, like not the king, not the sultan, according to the deck. But this is like a super perfectionist guy. Actually, two super perfectionist figures, like very picky. There is this very picky energy, like you will get from each other. I feel like there is some type of a division. Maybe this is like the upcoming also Virgo new moon energy and its influences on the days ahead. There is something dark to this reading. There's something dark. Tataret, we have the widower card. So this woman, it seems, not necessarily means widow, but it's about losing something of a value, and so in general, it's that a melancholic person. Okay, so we have this very melancholic. One person is like super melancholic, nostalgic. We have also the moon. This also explains in general. Oh, we have the money card here, or something has of value. Oh, so there is a woman who has yes, money card also, 10 of Pentacles, right? So a woman who has been like maybe inherited something due to the loss, like so inheritance, for instance, like let's say there is this big money in them, so a financial prospect has an impact on the connection. However, it's like the counterpart, on the other hand, again we have some horses running like crazy, you see. Excuse me. Journey card. It's like, if this is someone they are like, let's say, coming from a far place, staying briefly at some developments, children, family, money issues become problem, something hidden suddenly revealed, or something important thing has been revealed according to based on a financial situation. But this person is like really galloping to move forward. It's like they make this brief appearance, and then they are very much like disappearing, or the way that they appear in your life is so sudden, but it doesn't and they just like need to leave. um I think here there is a warning, like if a person is interested, like saying, for instance, if a person is interested in me do because of my like resources or what I have, are they like genuinely interested in me or things that I am offering as a resourceful person? You know, there is this. You really need to be careful towards people who are also. Um, not considerate, who are not considerate of your priorities. uh, this Capricorn Taurus energy they display can be also like what they are seeking materially in a relationship, but as a particular hidden factor is like being revealed, they seem to me like no more interested. It's like well, it's not maybe that caricaturistic, like they find out you have children and they suddenly decide to leave, but it's like there is more of like a story going on there. There is this like your priority, and you wanna redirect your resources to that priority. So they go and not behaving as an adult, doesn't understand what priority, maybe boundary is, and they may act very childlike. This person may act not childlike, actually childish. Let's say childlike and childish is different things. I want to get a card for you. I want to make a one more scenario to you too, Leo. I feel like doing. I don't do it, but I will do for you one more who is coming towards you scenario, because in the end these are general rings, and this because this typical scenario may resonate with very few people. Okay, so it's a very specific pool of energy that who want needs to hear that message at this time. But I will go ahead and do one more scenario here. We have the hair, and it says, take time to make clear decisions about this guy. Bring awareness and light to the situation. That's why we don't want to obviously see the moon here, and it's like moving night. So okay, then to this story, to this story, I mean, I I felt like at the beginning this guy is like someone like, yes, they are on the material level making themselves very visible, but when you make yours, it becomes a problem for them. Then you are like discovering he's and this person is not okay, like with every condition or some conditions that they earlier revealed that they are. So there is really a big change of heart and direction from their heart, from their heart, from their heart, their heart. And for Leos, I think what effort you put out there in order to make things clear, because obviously the decisions will be made upon those um, clear awareness and the clarity of the situation. So it's very important you to not to leave something vague, like every stone needs to be turned. No, you shouldn't leave any stone unturned, okay? So this is what we can say. Now I'm going to, I hope this is gonna help to those people who really need this message. Now let's go ahead and find out another scenario. Okay, so second scenario for Leos now, who is coming towards Leos. This is for the rest of September. Let's first reveal the zodiacal energy. Just a second. Oh. Okay, so the first, Cancer connection, Cancer energy. And we have Leo Aquarius. I pulled two of them. Leo Aquarius axis. Maybe their nodal, maybe not nodal axis is in their north node is either in Leo or Aquarius. But yeah, they have Leo Aquarius Cancer energy. This can be interesting to experience. With the Cancer, of course, you're going to find that warmness, that care, that intuition, emotion and feeling based sign, who is involved with a lot of past attributions of their life. And Leo Aquarius is like the leadership and the vision energy, confidence energy, and also eccentric energy. It's a This is a person who is like big personality, big character, and they just love to project themselves with their things and their actions, their desires. It's important for them. Yes, the sun. Hmm. Uh, well, now the second connection is a bit opposite of the first one we have found, because this one is like, this is actually someone uh, that you can be comfortable with, and there is this positive association of increasing like each other's self-esteem, okay, elevating you. It's about actually bringing the best in each other. So a person, this is very important, I think, because a person in the holistic sense, they are both, a person is dark and light. And to be a whole person, you need to integrate these two elements rather than suppressing them, like integrating them to be a whole person. And based on the decisions you make, these qualities, of course, function. But to trying to bring the best each other really is like in a relational energy is the best way you can really use that integrity. We have the Four of Wands energy Leo for you. Temperance. It's like, and we have also the Devil. This is the dark side. Four of Wands is actually a card of freedom from strife for couples and people, and also the energy which really initiates, and the Temperance and the Devil. So dark and light. Okay, now this is a connection in which you may really trigger each other. Yes, to bring the best parts in each other would be perfect, but there is also that dark again side with the Devil energy. That can be like a sense of manipulation as well. So this manipulation energy can be to make someone like to stay, like to make someone to, you know, using this actually alchemy, not in the most prosperous way. I feel like one person is really doing like everything to make the other like stay, but it's like there is a lot of negotiation. There is like there is a bound there, obviously, but someone may say something. This is not that much of white lie. It's not that white lie, but there can be something in the deceptive nature. Yes, it may like save the day. It may maybe because see, I feel like one person trying to convince the other to I feel like attending to a place or making a move any in a way that which is gonna smooth a rough patch maybe. Okay, uh, for this like the other person like goes maybe how bad this could be, but they may easily not see that something can be like fake there. Okay, so uh but I think in general like the overall one person really evaluates the other in a, let's say, good spot. And that's why they don't want to see this one or two maybe behavior thing, but um manipulation is manipulation, deception is deception. A false mask is a false mask. So you need to see the situation as it is. um I feel like also, I feel there's something, for instance, let's say there is this place, like a club, or it's like one person says, let's go be a member of this place. It's like two um, making like conditions to bring two people together for some time, like not faking it, but manipulating it to be in that direction. You know, something I feel in that nature. Mm. One person likely to use their charisma in this. They like to use their charisma, charm. We have the letter. That a person doesn't want to end something. It's like when you feel something is finishing, let's say, you try the ways it's not gonna finish. It's like, for instance, you have this ketchup and it's almost gonna finish. Let's say you put some hot water in it to, get the last pieces there to dress at least what you're gonna put it. It's this a person is like trying to get the last pieces here. Mm. Yes, falseness, falsita, in a false way. But time is up. It is finished. It's like there is this last pieces, like how much it make it like longer and longer and longer. That's why the deception or this falseness one creates is because at time is like also maybe finishing. This can be also like something, for instance, you are at a place and not so much time left to leave that place. Uh, but you say, you have this create this excuse to make it like longer, or like you know but it feels artificial for the other person. This feels artificial for the other person. This is the problem. So hmm, let me see this time that's the cards what they gonna say. Okay, so Hermit is here. She's usually around when I do Leo readings. She's a Leo too. Hermit is my cat, for those who doesn't know. And just a sec, Leo. She needs, I think, some food, so I will give her some food and I will be back. Just a sec. Okay, thank you for your patience. Now let's find it in the Desta cards. What would be another story with the Desta? Oh, Poppy Flower. This is the card of hashish, like addiction, like being like overly dependent on something, which can lead to this evil energy. So it makes sense. But the next, oh, cross reversed. Uh, you know, cross also actually making in this this deck cards. It's like you know that something is going to be painful and maybe hurtful, but it's about like minimizing something's effect so that it doesn't hurt that much, because maybe it's like this that's why maybe the manipulation or that, well, it's a manipulate deception anyway, but it is like being made to, oh yes, the tomb. No, it is in, yeah, this is the death card. You see, this is the tomb, sacrifice. You see, it's like mm, numb the pain of something, to so it can finish more smooth. You know, to be honest, just conceptually speaking, okay, not uh, that of course, but just conceptual, like euthanasia, like this. That's why the the deception, they deceive because it they hide the truth or fake something so it doesn't look painful for the other person, something like that. Maybe euthanasia is not the word for it, but in a sense, like to numb the pain and making the transition easier, So, oh, it's so just letting you know, okay. So in that there is this like a bitter taste in me in this reading, but you have different stories from each other, so it may catch one of you, and hope this can help at least for their awareness. I mean, for your awareness. I hope it can be insightful. But there is something in this reading which is really breaking my heart, I have to say. So, thank you, Leos, for tuning in. So, we have done two different scenarios for you. Hmm. So, this rest of the September, I think there is something you need to be careful about, right? Thank you so much. Now we are going to move to the next sign, and this is going to be Virgo, but we will give a little bit break, so I will be back. Okay, I will be back for Virgo, and then for Libra and Scorpio, we will be performing. Ciao for now. Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Tarot Soul Sun Studio. We are going to perform for the rest of September. And this is going to be who is coming towards you. Now it's your turn. This is the part 2 of a 3-part video series. In the first part, there is Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. In part 2, we have Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. Part 3 will be for Sag, Cap, Aqua, and Pisces. So if you have also moon and rising signs, you can also check those parts as well. You can watch for the astrological placements that you think is working for you. So let's go ahead and now begin. So this reading, I have to say, as the energy reveals itself in your reading, Virgo, we are going to pick the decks accordingly, okay? So the energy will determine that. But to start with, we have a classical beginning for this reading. I'm going to first give you 2 zodiacal signs, let's say zodiacal energy. This does not mean that your person has these signs, but it means simply that they may display that energy for the time being. I mean, for the rest of September. So who is coming towards Virgo? So the first sign is Sagittarius. So the person will display Sagittarian energy, Sagittarian quality, and Pisces, Sagittarius, Pisces energy, mutual signs. It's interesting because actually the Sagittarius energy is more of like to be in the quest of truth, for that great ideal, ground vision, for the great perspective, for the big picture. And Piscean energy is also, like want to know about that all encompassing. So there is this, not the bigger picture, because what Pisces energy wants to know, what would be the transcendental one there, of course. And there is also some type of course, this idealization energy in both of the signs. Insights, dreams, spirituality. The person also may be inclined these in terms of conversation, by the way. I'm trying to see if I know someone like displaying the Sagittarius Pisces quality. Do I have someone like in my life to display these energies, like both at the same time? Not in my family. Ah, yes, I have someone. Oh, yes, Sagittarius Pisces. They have a Mars in Pisces, and they are a triple Sagittarius. They have also one more Pisces placement. Okay, first house. Okay, let's see the planetary activity here. Venusian quality. Venusian quality. Venusian quality, of course, there is a level of likability energy between you and them. Like very great attraction we can actually find here. Like people may feel like greatly attracted to each other, especially like qualities of one another, or like appearance. It can be the most handsome man I have seen, the most beautiful woman I have seen, and also the qualities, of course, skills there. But the downside here, like in the connection, both of the people may focus a lot of how they look like, appearance. So not the etiquette, but kind of appearance energy, playfulness energy. Um, is There is a lot of physical attraction here in this reading. Like one person really likes the way that the other conducting themselves, like their behavior, manners, how they look, how they dress, the way that they look, like a bit, there is this tendency a bit to attract to the image one presents, the other person very attractive, and also vice versa, of course. It's actually the way you package yourself and present, you know. So for some of you, this can be quite you know, let's say you have this very much shared responses for the things, which has this Venus quality, like art, for instance, a song, a poem, a novel, painting, photograph. So there is this feeling of being really at the physical presence of another one. Like it's a, it's a bit a pleasure-seeking connection. Of course, I'm not just describing what it will be in the core. We will see how this is gonna play out. We didn't see it yet, okay? So we are just now energetically displaying something, and there can be a lot of flattery in between you. Oh, you see, Ten of Swords. Uh, then okay, now this suddenly, then what is happening? Oh, strength, playfulness, and suddenly you have the Ten of Swords and strength. So what went wrong? What went wrong? This is why we are doing these readings. We are trying to go beyond the appearance, right? Page of Wands. Then it's good. I have mentioned this in the beginning, this core quality, because Ten of Swords is the collapse of that image. So that collapse of that image. And it's like this final realization about that person, that there is something actually beyond that appearance. So as the biggest you have the impression about the person, the biggest the fall of that impression will be, right? So the problem, and I think the problem here, one person finds the other either like too selfish or self-serving, and maybe like one really just care really the way that you look like, and how this is gonna fit into their life, like this fitting, how they gonna fit. So because it's like you are their type, but they don't get to know you beyond that surface level, right? Yeah, this person is my type, we say, but what about in the surface, when you go under the surface level, what is happening there? This is about going under the surface level now and seeing, uh, because the person, whatever the connection here is, there is something first very irresistible. There is something very yes, attractive and appearance charming wise, but then it's one person is like seems to me like hard to accept any kind of rudeness. This would be the like great turn off, but there is more like finding out rudeness here, I do feel, because like the look of the person, and in the surface, in beyond the surface, I mean, the look and the surface behavior can be drastically different from what is really inside. And one may not like what they are inside, actually. So this is, it seems, the constancy. It's that the Ten of Swords, that constant ideals collapse about one's image. Hmm. Okay. So, drama. Oh my God. This is it. So we have a third influence, and we have some jealousy situation going on, and one person is trying to create some type of an image they are wanted, or you know by another, or like creates jealousy. With the strength energy, one cannot control their instincts, cannot go beyond, and this creates melody, a sick situation, a sick situation. Mm, like making this constant like jealous games. Oh, look, I am others also attracted to me. I am like super lovable. It's a bit a person creates this jealousy crisis or some other crisis, or a appearance of a third person. Uh, Makes the other person like to be in bed. Mm, and like the cost, and there is also this constant um occurrence of something, which really makes the other person feel sick about it. Let me see it with the Desta cards. What would be the Desta story there? That's why it's playfulness. It's playfulness. That's not in the playfulness. If you don't do it with skill, um, yes, it may really create actually this jealousy crisis, or like try to create like a desire, trying to create a desirable for the other person to maybe become more closer for the other, but actually it backfires. These are all skills, guys. I mean, playfulness is a skill, love is a skill. It's not a feeling. Love is actually not a feeling, it's a skill. Playfulness is a skill, which is very much determined by the actions, you know. Oh, badass. We have the guidance card. This is about actually the constancy of one's behavior. So one person cannot display that um, assurance, constancy. How do they say? Sustainability of attitude. Making, we have the reverse key. One person feels like locked in some type of a maze, not labyrinth. At least with labyrinth, you have to find the access out. But maze is like more, there's a difference. So one person feels locked in. Oh, nice river reverse. This is about being drawn, flood card. When things being locked in with the flood of emotions and feeling like drawn. Oh, this is not going to a good place. This is like playful skills going to bad, far, far bad. So it's very well. This really, of course, creates the quality of the interaction here. Virgo, some things are not in the cards, especially um, if you want to maintain a connection. There is also some common sense, because the common sense, I don't see common sense here. Okay, so I don't see common sense. Something goes uncommon, uncommon sense, and with the uncommon sense, this really shocks the other. Okay, this really shocks the other. Um, just wondering, which deck I can use, because as the energy reveals, I will pick decks for you. But now at this point, which deck I can use? Hmm. Okay, now this is a new vision tarot deck. I want to see in this connection what needs to be the vision we need to look here. Okay, in order to not to mix things that much. What will be the new vision? New vision. So that we a bit, become more mindful. This is also like the badass and the Niles River is like, let's say, you are the architect of the Egyptian civilization in that century, or let's say in Sumerians, in Babylonian times, and you're gonna build this dam to collect water, but one little mistake causes like flood. So it's not good. and then archaeologists come and dig, So it's like as a result of this, you may have to do your own excavation. Like, what went wrong in this? What went wrong in this? Okay, so the new vision, we have the Queen of Wands energy with a new vision. Okay, so it says this card, if you ask me. So with this deck, I like it because we have the opportunity to see how the behind the scenes may actually look like. Of course, depending on the artist's creativity, but they must have channeled something there. So we see actually a grown-up Queen of Wands here. I mean, what I say, a woman who is going to be a queen, who is going to be grown up, and there is this grandmom who was once the queen. So she's passing like her knowledge to her, how she needs to do this, how to be queen, her experience, and this was once her. Um, I feel like someone who has been through maybe similar type of connections is like giving you some maybe advice about something. I see here like actually existence like of a mentor. I don't know if you are like working with a relationship coach, someone like that. And if you are thinking to work with like a relationship coach, it can be a good time, for that. Hmm. It goes slow. That is because I feel like there is this something like a bit inexperienced. Inexperienced. Something is you don't step in every single event with high experience. Of course, you learn, but there are people who make it easier for us, right? We have the phonics to empower energy. Fire activations bring creative and spiritual freedom. And Queen of Wands, the Fire Queen, right? Fire activation. Maybe this is about how you also use like your fire element, or in general, displaying of that fire element energy, how you use it. Fire can be also, of course, in the phonic spurt myth, it can be also like a recreation. And there is a lot of course, creative and spiritual power in that. I feel like sometimes through the connections we revealed ourselves, and especially for this one, there can be opportunity for you to rebuild yourself. So this connection can be very teaching in that manner for Virgos. I want to use this deck because I want to see connections for the modern world. Is there something going wrong here? What is going wrong in terms of the communication quality, which is another skill, which needs some social awareness, really. Okay, so what do we find potentially here in terms of communication aspect? Something felt artificial in the connection. It seems with this person, this playfulness, or there is something the way that you display yourself, Virgo. With this person, I don't know. Sometimes some people can really traumatize us and bring all those insecurities. If we haven't worked on them well, you know, they may resurface. So that Venusian quality we talked about, to bring out the best in each other, in the best potential, it seems cannot really find an outlet. Then does it? Yeah, and then it brings the worst in each other. We have the desperate energy in terms of communication quality. Mm. Oh, and this person is just temptations. Oh, okay, so this, when these cards sometimes read together, they really make some sense. It says artificial, desperate temptations for the connection. So we need to be careful for the artificial, desperate temptations. Oh, so it's like this playfulness goes wrong. Okay, just please be prepared. And Ten of Swords, isn't it like this is actual phonics energy? Because from here you can only go up. There is enough going down there. It's like something is going to tickle the little girl in you. How she actually want to, grow into the scenery of the social connections, and what how 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 she becomes, how she puts herself out there. You know, sometimes at the as a result of these situations, we have this, oh, my mother used to tell me that, or my grandmom used to tell me that. There can be some type of conversation in your mind, but I think the main problem here is that there is too much influence on the outer appearance of a person. So what is really beyond that surface level, when it comes out, it's not that cool. So this is what you need to be careful of. And you know sometimes it's the this is not one-sided, of course, but there is, of course, the chemistry plays out, because for another person, this person is like also super in the surface level as well. So what is like the, you know But for this typical connection, it seems what they are in the surface level, beyond the surface level, does not function properly there, it seems. So this is what we need to be careful about. I hope this reading can be insightful for you, Virgos. Now I'm going to continue with the Libra energy, and I will give a little break, and thank you so much, and see you soon. Hello, Libra, welcome. Who is coming towards you for for the rest of September 2023. So let's find out the zodiacal energy first. You have an Aquarian energy coming towards you with a combination of Gemini. So it's like the rest of the other air sign family. Aquarius, Gemini energy, and others air energy, we can say, of course. Gemini is like curiosity, lots of information, good words, using them, I mean, well, communication. And Aquarius energy, what's new, what's different, what's eccentric, what is unconventional. Okay, so this looks very yeah, it looks easy in terms of communication, which means like a swift energy of exchange. But this is, of course, in the archetypal level. In the event base, we will see how this is going to play out. The planetary influence is the sun. The sun energy comes in the readings often again for today, but the sun plays out very different. Let me see the house. Third, oh yes, communication energy. This person can be like from your close like vicinity, including like the neighborhood. You may also meet through close friends, and there is going to be a lot of talking. Like you will be really enjoying talking each other about the tribal details, even like everything can be a sort of a can initiate a communication. And there is something, this is definitely a connection, you know. You're not gonna get really bored, I have to say. Very energized, and one person really excites the other, super excites the other. So we can also talk about some like shared interests. Your personal experiences, your experiences in your immediate environment, they will be like all meaningful. There's a lot of third house energy in this reading. Just a sec, please. I have to also inform the chat that we are performing for Libra. So, at its best, it may feel like this person is like, you have been like the best friends, like very long time, even you have just met. Similar like views and impressions about things. Four of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. One person really wants to take this further, really just maybe like wants to elevate the connection to a new level, like now, okay, this chat, this conversations, dialogues we share, it really displays like a lot of commonalities, but how we can also progress in that. Oh, there is something. So due to this similar interest, then one person exactly like picks up the other, and like they think they are likely to offer something that the other person cannot resist. The hermit, the other person though, is still I I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Shall I look for more? But the other is like it enjoys definitely this quality of sharing, but okay, what you are maybe offering this to them. So um, the other person is like, is this really what I'm looking for? Page of Swords. Ooh, it's like I have to know more information about this. I have to know with what intention are you offering this to me. What I need to know a lot first about this. What you know. Uh, Look, I don't see a surface level here. Like as a result, one person wanna go beyond that surface level. I think the thing here is that you go beyond that surface level, you come to the depths. So in that depths, one does not want to be like get lost in the dark. So I also feel like one person like search things about the other. Okay, we talk about the conversation, likabilities, familiarities. Especially one person really picks the other person so well, but there is also this willing to know about the quality of this offer. There can be even like a common work or similar. That can be like something financial about it. Something financial. Reversed enemy. One person is maybe like what the other person offering the other is not something like how to say it may sometimes the offer is right, but the environment that it is gonna have the seeds and grow may not be right. It's like you may have this super idea, ideology, for instance, but it's like in a corrupt political scenery. It's is it gonna be wasted, but is it really the place to foster it? Um, there is this. What would be like the things which may oppose it? Will we make like enemies for this? Opponents, rivals. So yes, we have the Gedanken. This is the thought. This explains the Hermit card. One person really like try to look into the situation and thoughts. Actually making sure if the other person is aware of this as well. But one person feels like with the devil energy, there is always like one person like try to bring the other person to the tip of a hook, like to establish a connection longer, creating the opportunity maybe to be able to with them longer, the or like in a more constant way to be able to see them. And we have the unexpected joy, reverse. It's like the result of this offer or connection may not also, yes, come in a, like a short time. So the results and the outcomes may not come in a short time. We got to like wait for it, and the other person is like, how long this may take, or they measure and try to look at the things also in terms of like delays, postponements. Okay, you have good promises and you think this is going to have a favorable outcome, but have you like try to also consider the time aspect? It's the other person is like doubtful. Actually, one person sees like they don't want to miss this person. So they are like coming with this offer which is irresistible. They think this person is not will not turn it down. Though I have to say they are not. They are honest with the time that it is gonna take long, but under what circumstances? The other person is really examining this. Let me see the Desta cards. So what will be the story coming from here? For Libra consciousness. Nice river reversed. Something being actually overflown. It's like your hope is so big, let's say, or the way you project the dream is so big. Like in the end, the dream is like swallow you, like a badass. Things actually. The idea here can be great, even, but there is something like not well told and figured out about this star. It is like a big hope and big dream, big plan. One of the person in the connection really need to check like every detail about this. I felt like picking a symbolic card for you. Now this is a very interesting deck. It's a big one. Let's see. Okay, this is the deck of the, let's say, good. It's a good deck to see like the uncharted territory in a reading. Something that moved you emotionally in an earlier time wants to resurface in your consciousness again. Something that moved you emotionally in an earlier time wants to resurface in your consciousness again. That's why maybe you feel drawn or they feel drawn to you. They need a particular experience, again, subconsciously, like people need a particular experience to go back to a time in their personal history that they try to reawake that emotional, maybe response in the other, or like that emotional scenery. We have the day and the night. So hmm, Moon Jupiter energy can be a bit extravagant. Now, there is something with regards to the beliefs here, I think. One person does not really understand at some point what the other person feels. Okay. Um, they can't really grasp their feelings, but they are just assuming. Healthy people ask each other in the communication. They don't assume each other when they have each other's presence. You be curious about the other person. So one person is very sure about what the other person thinks and feels. So like one person is like super enthusiastic about this offer, like very active, but the other person at times can be a bit threatened because maybe one person is their feeling about something hasn't been addressed. That's why we had the Four of Cups. One person misses something about the other person, and one person may think that their approach is like overindulgent. um, it's like one person's touch is very amplifying everything. It's like too big for the other, regardless of that communication quality we talk about. Mm, you know, at times, okay, this is a very much, we said, air energy, right? So this person who is coming towards you, they display that Aquarius Gemini quality we said. But sometimes, in the relationships, there can be like this lack of practical um, thoughts. So, okay, there can be that sharing, but there is something insufficient um, for the practicality part of it. So there is some type of a challenge, I do feel. One person wants to be also understood and grasped by the emotion and more intuitive understanding, especially if you have a Libra with, if you have water placements Libra. Uh, because there is also this value of emotional sensitivity. There is a beauty in vulnerability, but there is this part which is like missing for you, that the other person maybe cannot really put to that offer or bring as a perspective. Mm, so you don't want to like drone this unconsciously. It's like you really need to think about like every single detail. um, some Libras may feel they need to learn more about this person, like they may want to pick up information about them from other channels or resources, because there is something you are not, seems to be like you are sure of. I want to see now the quality of this connection. Why Libras are very reluctant to this? Something doesn't feel so much refined to you. It's like this cup being offered. It's like this cup um, is not refined, or it's not ideally in your brain. So it is a bit like colored, like something raw, but it's like colored. We have the fighter energy here. You don't want to like fight for something which there is an easy way, you think, which can be well taught, but why to make it like a battlefield? Like maybe there is something about this person you find um, you know, this shouldn't feel like blood, sweat, and tears. There must be like an easy way and a refined way. Energetically, you don't think that something is like a match to you, okay? And you're just wondering if something you are actually really affected from them, but you or this is you have like been triggered. Hmm. You are reluctant for this connection, I have to say. Libra, thank you so much. So we have talked about what this air energy in the Gemini Aquarius quality may bring you. I will speak to you soon. Now I'm going to switch to the next sign, and this is going to be Scorpio. And let's see now what they're gonna have. If you have also other moon and rising signs, um, there is also part one to this video and part three, which is also involving the other signs. You can also check those out too. And now I'm gonna give a little break for Scorpio. Okay, so and then I will be back for Scorpio. Bye bye, Libra. Thank you. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome. Welcome to Who is Coming Towards You for the rest of September 2023. Now, I'm going to introduce you a person, and we are going to begin from their first energetic display. And for this, we are going to see their zodiacal signature. I'm going to speak here in terms of their energy. So the signs that I'm gonna give you is not necessarily their sun, moon, rising. Okay. So here, what we have, let's find out. Who is coming towards Scorpio? What they need to know about this connection for the rest of September. So we have a Cancer energy plus Cancer, Pisces. So we have your other water sign sisters here. Okay, so Cancer, Pisces energy, of course, in this watery influence now, it can be really intuitive communication and interaction. Plus, it can be, well, it can be some type of a past attribute to it due to the Cancer influence. But with the Pisces, there can be this energy, something overwhelming, but also very dreamy, you know, kind of thing. So there can be a bit indirect approach as well. So Cancer, Pisces energy is not that much of very direct. So they have, yeah, Cancer is a cardinal sign in the end, but there can be indirect way of approaching. In the end, they are cardinal, yes. They may definitely initiate, but until that point, it can be very, a bit, you know, twisted, okay, with the moves. And Cancer, Pisces, Cancer is, you know, in the low tides of the sea, a bit in the land, a bit in the water. And Pisces is like the ocean. Oh, Hermit, my cat. She has decided to join a marathon. She's, I don't know, acting like Usain Bolt. Very expressive, definitely. But there is also another reason, because she wants my attention, and she knows that I am reading for you now. So, yeah, she wants this attention by being an athlete. You see, in our love relationship, how she tried to impress me, Scorpio. My lovely girl. So, for those, of course, who doesn't know, a lot of Scorpios here, they already know about my cat Hermit. Long time. Planetary influence here. Mercurial. Yes, it's mercurial. So there is of course, this is about communication and your ability together to analyze things. But in the watery, again, in the watery, this Cancer, under the influence of Cancer and Pisces, it can be still very intuitive. The thoughts do not have some particular form or structure, but they can be more like penetrating and abstract as well. So your communication can be really, in a way, to define things which are like abstract for others, and putting them into words. And yeah, there is also like hopes, wishes, common ideals, a futuristic tendency, some form of freedom. you may meet them through the circle of friends. Okay, that is for some of you. For some of you, this can be also online web, but for some of you, it can be through friend circles. So here we may also say that this person have some type of a vision, which may be also an interest to you, and you may be connecting with them from that point of view. That can be this ground for acceptance, tolerance, something with understanding. It may it's that understanding also of before make it love first, we need to be like best friends with the person kind of thing. Okay, so there is this influence. It is actually not like a very intense serious relationship kind of thing here. It's like, let's say, actually fundamentally comfortable and easy way. Energetically, it has that potential signature, but in this reading we are finding out what is actually how this is playing out. Okay, that's why we do this. So to go beyond under the surface level of that energetical signature, this is what we why we are doing this. You can also find out what is right above the surface yourself, but we do tarot, so we try to find out the depth there. That can be like trying, how to say, that can be like something, let's say, a problem in society. You may, based on your background, you may have this creative intellectual solutions for this thing, and how to like lend your talents for the benefit of that group or society you are in. This is like actually more of like a friendship, but like lovers who are more like friends. For some of you, this can be your ex coming back. Okay, but for some of you, this is going to be a chance for you to release your ex and to be able to connect with someone on a more friendship level first, and then from there progressing the relationship. Okay, so an ex can be also here an obstacle here. This can be also, well, I don't want to say their ex, but let's see, because at least we have you. We don't have them here, so we have you. So release your ex, and this person you can develop a good connection with this person. So I want to now find out the tarot story here. Okay. Well, I don't want to say this is your ex's friend. No. Not the most favorable combination, right? Though sometimes, that can be this... sometimes the communication with in this setup, it's like you are a team and you communicate based on that, based on experience, for instance. But from some qualities, you may also feel like you are really soulmates, because there can be this feeling of this person being aspirational. Like, let's see the quality. Okay, so the tarot story quality here, let's find out. Okay, okay, 9 of Cups, oh, 7 of Swords. Okay, 9 of Pentacles. What a single-minded cards we have here, Scorpio. If there are like 3 single-minded cards, you have find all of them. That's why maybe it started. We make this friendship influence in the beginning. So, and also self-interest. Queen of Cups. This is now the water energy coming out. 9 of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the 6 of Wands. Okay, so this part, I'm reading for Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. If you have other Sun, Moon, risings, you can also check the other parts of the series, because it's going to be in 3 parts. But for this part, I have really a very, I tap to a field which pulls some kind of a warning energy for signs before it is like too late for them. Because for this particular connection, now how this energy at the beginning may work. First of all, you need to make sure if this person has a particular self-interest. Okay, self-interest. Because that self-interest can become like overly occupied with the self, that it may not give you your credentials, what concepts, values, or resource you want to bring. So this is the first thing we need to be clear about, okay? Not to get frustrated later. The second thing is that in the connection, one person, there can be a child here, a little one. If children are really affecting your love life, if they have a child or children from their previous relationships, because then the excuse to go out can be upon children. So we need to make sure anything with the children part here. What is the vision you need to attain for this connection? 8 of Wands. The big picture. But okay, I don't know how to put this in English, but I will go and do my best. Okay, now, there can be a situation in this connection that needs to be neutralized before it gets activated. This is like this. For instance, you have a problem in your sink in your bathroom, and you need to call the mechanic person to build that, plumber, English. Well, technically, in order to fix a water-related tool, first all the water needs to be cut, right? We shouldn't enable the access of water to be able to fix the place. So you need to make sure, if you like, before initiating anything, you need to make sure there is some kind of a ground there to operate from. Okay, because unfortunately here I feel there is a tendency this person may steal an idea from you and then making like millions out of it or something in that nature. I don't know. Because there can be tendency that this person may degrade you later. Okay, it's those people who are going to build you up, and then one instance and they take you down. Don't forget that. This is a particular warning for you. And so it's like the person, like in that example, is not going to neutralize that conditions I was talking about. And in the first problem, it's going to be there's going to be a flood, and they are like the loss. There will be some losses there. Not a good place to start. And this can be actually, yes, we say there is an intuitive quality here, but the problem here is that I think even you feel someone like super intuitively, if you, especially, you need to put into words, like it needs to go from both things. Because then the person will say, oh, I didn't mean it. Or some written evidence you may need. Like if you I personally I will recommend a more written communication with this person when it comes to planning something other than the oral one. I don't know how this may work, but stifled energy, honed in, isolated. One person will You know, there is going to be some kind of a restraint later for some people, and they're gonna say, oh, I'm not able to act on that. And they are likely to isolate themselves later. And they will go to that state like very fast. The self-interest will sharpen continuously. So look, there can be, it's like this flow, you know, coming and growing. So you need to be very careful with this person. You need to see the big picture. You need to, because you are more now concentrated on the parts and pieces, but in the big picture there can be really a different scenario that this person wants to bring this situation. And this may not play out well for you, Scorpio. They're gonna like choke the something living here, and they say it's not living, and they will focus it like so much in a very precise way. And then they will say, you know, I am the hero. It's also like let's say they are the thief, and they organize the thief to steal something, and then they will be the ones, they will make themselves the ones who will catch the thief, and they will say, I am the hero, you know, something like that. Another Mercury card. Yes, we have the energy of the strategist. You see the chess player here. Strategist. Oh, so if there needs to be some type of interaction, then which is inevitable, you need to make sure how much you are enabling that. Okay, so no excuse for like oh, they called me so I answered, or they come and they were on my door, and you know, but it's in your hands how much of it you are enabling, and people will have access to you. It's on you to determine how much they will have access to you. Okay, so maybe you wanna narrow down this accessibility. I cannot get my other decks of like emotions, or you know, other cards around love, because it's a reading that I have to warn you, right? So but can I I want to get Desta cards. Yes, Desta cards. They will complete this reading. Let me see the Desta cards. The Sun, the Broom, open conflict. the sun, open, like visible, seeing things, bright, and boom, it's a conflict, and argument. So it's an open conflict. Oh, oh my goodness. This is Valide. Look at her. This is the witch of the witch of the west, witch of the north. Which one was the which one was the witch in the Wizard of Oz? The one Dorothy killed. that evilness. So yes, there is a tendency also, you bring this situation to the open ground for others to see. Like there is some kind of a public exposure because you were connecting through that circle of friends or people. But as long as you have the sun here in this composition, there is always a light and dark. So there is a balance there. No one is going to dominate the open conflict. So it's the way that you will be maintaining this is very important, Scorpio. I want to actually ask a direction. Let's ask a direction. Oh. Hydration. Digital detox, recalibrate, reset, and recharge. This may also pertain to the Virgo new moon, which is pretty much about that. And for the rest of the September, you may want to check your connections. You may want to really recalibrate yourself, reset things for yourself, redirect yourself. You may also take it like very slow. Maybe you may want to slow them down really by taking a lot of time, because this person is like want to do something in the exact timing so that they can get that credits, or maybe the way that you can fight back is like oh, Michael, hello my friend, don't want to interrupt, just saying hi. Oh, hi. Hello Michael, welcome, it's great to see you, long time no see you. Thank you very much for your kind donation as always. Thank you for your support, Michael. It's very kind of you. I appreciate that. No, you can always interrupt, Michael. You are the OG, So thanks to Michael for his contribution once again. So back to the reading, Scorpio. You need to maybe if you want to also make a move towards them, maybe you want to take the time very slow for them. Okay, so I did not like this Valide card because Valide is the Dark Witch card in this deck. So just letting you know that you may at some point need to reset everything, because some Scorpios, for instance, maybe they will be in this particular partnership with this person. So you may find yourself actually rewriting like everything, like the whole story. So and some Scorpios, I do feel like, you know, um, let's say there has been some type of a delivery, and in that delivery, uh, some things needs to be in a standard. Okay, it needs to be in a standard. But you open the box. Okay, you open the box, you have your delivery, you open your box, and you find out that in that particular order, not everything is in the similar standard. It's that one piece actually which has a deficiency, but it is also affecting the others, and like mm, and that particular material is not good for the other, um, you know, what's the word, for the other materials chemistry. It's like this sometimes lemon, it decays and then it spreads the other lemons, in this connection. This can be maybe a tool for you, a way for you to understand that um, this is not something you have like signed up for, right? This is you know this angel here, it's like finds actually the ones has an arrow, so when they hit they may actually harm, but she catches it, and like in the last minute, it prevents something bad to happen, it's a protection. So I mean, well, it seems, in this part two, we have performed for Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio, and all the signs under this energy, and of course with the people that I connect with, um, they really need to be careful about these people who are coming towards them. Okay. Also, we need to understand that uh, for the celestial quality of the month of September, uh, Mercury will be direct at some point, but there is going to be shadowy times. So we have the Venus direct, but we have also the shadowy times still going on. So it can be really still early for some things to initiate and launch totally new, but it is still for us to check on the earlier quality of our relationships, initiations. It will be better. Maybe that's why it is telling you with this particular oracle. We have the sloth for you, by the way. The slowest animal. I have never seen one in my life, but this guy's spirit is really good for retrograde symbolism, and still for even the aftermath, like how we need to really take slow sometimes. And I think most of the signs, um, you know, we are getting prepared for the eclipse season, which is going to launch by October with the Libra eclipse on the 14th. And things going to be very intense. And September connections is for, or anything, you really need to aim your hygiene of your connections, hygiene of your relations, hygiene of your environment, your personal hygiene, your emotional hygiene. It's a Virgo month, so with most of it. But even we are switching to the Libra season by the end of September. Even there is going to be with some refined approach for the things. So basically, just use well this try to use this time well to get prepared for the October energy, because with the October energy it's going to be very intense. And you see Scorpio, okay, there was a whole nodal axis was on your sign in the past, actually almost 2 years, 18 months. You had the South Node in your sign. So that has been a lot of release for you, actually, in the past. And now we have still we don't have the nodal axis. I mean, we have it now switched to Aries and Libra, but there is going to be still eclipse in Taurus, which is your opposite sign. So that nodal energy of Scorpio Taurus hasn't finished, actually. In the particle level and in the waves, it continues. It just overlaps with the Aries Libra. And if you see in the media, a lot of people are getting divorced, especially among celebrities in this Libra Aries axis. And every Sophia Turner, Canadian president, this woman, she's very nice. Sofia Vergara, I think, and Britney Spears. I mean, everyone is getting a divorce in this Libra Aries axis. The marriage that survives, it's gonna last, really, if you ask me, and other also contactual partnerships. So it's a time where the contracts will be very important. And this is like, do you really want this person to be your contract, a part of your contract? So you need to really recheck that. Okay, like try to make sure you have the hygiene of your connections. Okay. So, and you are after Libra. So some Scorpios watching can also have a lot of Libra placements, because we actually derive a lot, most of the time, from the signs which are after and previous. With the Venus and Mercury, we usually get that. So you may have Libra placements. Okay. And some Scorpios may have Mercury, Venus in Libra, which may be relational contracts, also contracts Mercury, So check on your contracts once again. Make sure the people coming towards you are transparent, okay? Transparent. And this is going to be important. And in this reading, something also struck me was that X energy. So is it then this person is like a connection who may be like reminding your ex, or it's there is make sure this person is not a, how do they say it, monkey branch, right? When we and leave a relationship, the first person we go, it's like this, they say monkey branch, right? This first person. So but usually it may serve for a time, but it may not be that long term, okay, if you are looking for that quality. So also letting you know about that too. Thank you very much for tuning in. So if you have, if you have moon rising or other astrological associations, you can also check part 1 and part 3, okay? Because the series are now in 3 parts. I try to make it like that because there are technical reasons, by the way, why I am not able to the earlier I was making in my table and the camera was on cards, but there are some technical reasons for that. There are some technical reasons in how YouTube works. So though I want to also make give each sign a separate video too, but YouTube is very changing platform with the formats of the videos. Everything changes, so it's this constant change place, algorithms and things like that. So I do these videos in 3 parts because I want to give each sign time and energy, something in depth. With this way I can divide my energy into 3 parts so I can function better. We will see how I'm gonna do with the setup, but for until now it has really worked for me. So thank you very much once again. I will speak to you in the other videos, and now let's finish this one. I will put the timestamps, so I will need some time